Hello, everyone. Today is Tuesday, April 12th, 2022 at 10:29 a.m. Um, well, I got really confused because, excuse me, I wasn't sure whether or not it was Tuesday or Wednesday. See that? So, I wasn't sure whether or not it was Tuesday or Wednesday. But, well, I guess I have an extra day, because I thought today was already Wednesday. But, I haven't been able to, I've been getting the days mixed up, or the time. I mean, not the time, I meant to say the date, the number date, or the day of the week mixed up. So I started to do a video, and then I felt very confused because I didn't know whether or not it was um, Tuesday the 12th or Wednesday the 13th, but it's still Tuesday the 12th. Well, it is, Tuesday the 12th. It's in the morning. Um, and so started to do a video, and I felt embarrassed because I was confused about what day it was. So I stopped the video and then went to look on, I went to look and verify what day it was. It's Tuesday the 12th. So, um, they left me alone for a while, and then afterwards, they vibrated me again, focusing on my organs last night, and vibrated my organs for over 3 hours. And so I didn't get to get any sleep until I think after 4:30 this morning. And then my sleep was kind of spotty, and I had some vivid dreams with my spotty sleep. And then I think I woke up somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30. I don't remember. But I know what time I tried to go to bed last night. I tried to go to bed at just after 11 o'clock. And they started vibrating me. And that's how it was. They vibrated me to the point where it was torturous and unbearable. And so then, they were vibrating, focusing and concentrating on my organs. But earlier yesterday, when I was trying to work on my writings, they vibrated my whole body. And there was a point in time they were even, I hate to say it, but attacking that area down there, if you get what I mean. Um, so I heard that it's like electronic rape and human trafficking. And some other professed targeted individuals say that, well, the reason why they might be like, well, this person or that person is, they're vibrating my scrotum to try to get me to bend. They try to say, oh, well, they're trying to vibrate my scrotum. Like the person would be like, well, they're vibrating my scrotum to try to get me to masturbate or something. Or, even the females will say, well, they're vibrating my booty hole, vibrating my anus or whatever. Or sometimes male TIs might say that, well, they're vibrating my nipples or something. Yes, the guys will say that, they're vibrating, the nipples. So it's the perps that are perverted, not us. And I heard that, it's electronic or remote sexual trafficking against our will, and they make money off of it. So brief moment, they were trying to, vibrate my clitoris yesterday. I'm sorry for telling TMI too much information, but they were doing that, and then in the middle of the night, or yesterday, they were lasering, like remotely stabbing me, what felt like laser pointing, stabbing me in the back of my head, remotely and electronically, stabbing me in the back of my head. And it was somewhat lower um part of the back of my head, still somewhat on the left side of the back of my head, but they were doing it very intensively, stabbing, remotely and electronically stabbing me in the back of my head, was felt like laser. So somebody on Twitter had told me that the vibrating might be Morgellons disease, that it might be Morgellons. Well, I'm gonna do more research on that one. It might be Morgellons, but it's like I've been in here most of the time, pretty much. Hardly ever go out. But I can't even just step outside the front door without gang stalking activity, or without dealing with that. As far as I know, that neighbor, that lady with the dog, she's gone. But I can't step right outside without fleas attacking my feet. So it's like me feeling anxiety and depression. I'd made the mistake again, the third day in a row, to have junk food out the snack machine. And I prayed that, I meant to say, I need to pray about that. So I'm gonna try to discipline myself to not go, to the snack machine tonight. So so it's like, I mean, it's like, well, I have a roll of a roll of quarters plus a little bit extra few little coins for laundry, and like the day before I have to leave out of a hotel or a motel, or that morning, I like to have all my clothes fresh before I have to go back to the storage unit and put everything away. But the way things are looking, it looks like I will have to be back on the streets this Friday. Looks like I will have to be back on the streets this Friday. But I heard that there was another targeted individual. I never heard of his existence until the middle of the night. And I heard that he was from New York, I guess. Maybe I might be getting the story mixed up. But he was supposedly from New York and went to somewhere in Florida. I don't want to tell too much of, And he said he went by family members, and his family pretty much did him dirty and set him up and dogged him out and left him homeless on the streets. And guess what? Other people are spreading the word for him, to get him help, and, doing videos to spread the word to get him help and stuff like that. And, but it's like, I really, I talk about this all the time, the fake TI perps and regular perps. They did a good job at smearing my name so badly to the point that other TIs, come on. they did such a good job. The TIs, turn perps, fake TI perps, and regular perps have done such a good job at falsely smearing my name that even other real TIs don't even want to link up with me or try to support me and stuff. And then it's like some targets, they act like they want to try to control and fix me and stuff like that. And trying to dictate my life. Not all of them, but I'm saying some of them. Try to be very controlling and treat me like a punished child with no rights. And I'm like, well, why? If you're supposed to be targeted, why you treat me like I lack common sense, like the perps do? So, the narcissistic perps, they treat me like I have zero, zilch, nada common sense. But, the perps will ignorantly laugh to themselves and be like, ha ha ha, Candy got some books written out, but they'll try to make like as if I'm, lack intelligence and don't have the common sense to even string out audibly talking. They try to make like, well, your speech is incoherent, illogical, irrational, you don't make sense. So, but it seems like they feel threatened by me speaking the truth. And, truth is crazy talk to them because they would worship lying. So, me trying to write is doing absolutely no good at, getting any extra income or tips or donations from my writing or anything like that, even with the short story. And they try to make like just because I name names at exposing abusive people that I deserve to be punished with no income. And the religious narcs will go as far as, that's God inflicting punishment on you. And they'll try to make like I'm the one who's, go around doing people dirty, and which is not the case. I don't need anybody to try to dictate when I should eat, when I should pray, when I should fast, when I should read the Bible, when I should do this or when I should do that, or how I should do that, or where to go and apply for jobs, or excuse me, dictate how many donuts I should eat, or trying to make it like as if everything in my life has to be a privilege and that I have zero rights at all. And if they try to make it like as if they're Lord in my life, and trying to make it like as if eating is a privilege and not a right, or something that I shouldn't be considered as entitled to. And then I have to hear that people say, well, nobody owes you a job. But then they say, stop stealing our tax dollars and go find a job, or you freeloading off of people's hard-earned money, and you're stealing, or you're extorting people, or you're exploiting people, and just all this kinds of stuff when I've been blocked from working. So, as an alternative, I try to see about the writings. And even other professed targets are telling each other, don't support her. Don't help her. You should want nothing to do with her. Or, you don't know Candy like I know her. The same way the perps are doing. And then people try to make it like as if, Candy has burned her bridges from pretty much everybody in society. And I hear that it's a narc thing to do, that when you whistle blow or you expose the truth, they'll say you're talking crazy, and they'll say that you burned your bridges from people who are trying to help you. But they treat me like a retarded infant. They treat me like infants aren't retarded, but I'm saying how they treat me. They treat me like as if I have a mental capacity lower than an infant. Oh, but when it's time to that they want to act like they want to hold me accountable for this wrong or that wrong that I've been falsely accused of, or if they drive me to the point where I lose my temper and lash out on them and have an outburst, they want to hold me accountable for that when they drove me to that point. And I'm tired of being infantilized. And I don't, and it's like, and it's the most degrading to get treatment and abuse from like this from people who think they have more sense than me, and they're young enough to be my offspring. If I'm 38 and you're 20, and they think they can try to discipline and handle me. And I don't see other 38s, no matter how mentally off, slow, and retarded, if they might be considered, they still get their respect and their rights. And some of them try to, if they're mentally off and slow, and come to find out they'd be demonic perps. I mean, if people say that the biological older sister Ramona is mentally off, slow, and retarded, oh, they give her rights, and they respect her, and they fear her like as if she's God or something. They're not going to treat her like she doesn't have rights. Oh, it's because of the skin color issue, because her skin color is light. So it's like people feel like they can dog over and disrespect me and try to discipline and handle me. And, I damn sure don't need lectures from people who think that they're mature, who's young enough to be my offspring. And I have to hear narcissistic lectures from, abusive narcissistic control freaks. And when I stand up to them, I have to hear lectures about how I have a lot to learn, or that I'm going to learn my lesson the hard way. So they smear and lie on purpose to brainwash everybody to turn against me. So, and then people want to try to say, oh, the perps, the online perps, they want to say all you do is beg and complain. All you do is beg. But y'all be the first to call up jobs to tell them, to fire me. Or to make it like as if you're concerned about my mental health and stuff. And then it's like they want to keep on trying to deliberately and on purpose put me back at square one. It's like they want to coerce me to be needy, independent on purpose so that they can control me more. And they won't allow me to be independent and on my own. So, if I can't even do anything artistic, because if I tried the photo thing or the picture thing, like with stock photos or something, they reject all my pictures on purpose. Or try to make like you have this wrong or that wrong. Or if I try to submit writings, like submit short stories to certain websites, or they get rejected as not good enough. So I just put everything on my blog and stay in my own lane and just write whatever I want. But they've had a few people who say, well, I don't see why, unbiased people be like, well, I don't see why they would reject this. This is very well written. Or, people have told me, Candy, you write very well. Or they even told me that I'm articulate and speak very well. So, but it's like, I want to say, speaking of when you go on a YouTube transcript, in certain videos, YouTube censors the word retarded like it's a curse word. But, I get called retarded. But despite having a bachelor's degree, a college degree, I get called retarded. But, it's like, how supposed to be expected to survive. Some people say, well, don't worry about trying to get a job. You don't want to work for these Illuminati corporations anyway. And I damn sure don't. But out of desperateness, I shouldn't have done that. Applied at, Domino's and Aldi's got rejected. But even local businesses, local businesses sometimes make me wonder, damn, sometimes y'all act like as if y'all perk me worse than the corporation jobs. Walmart, the corporations won't hire me anyway. Um, from what I can think, um, I guess Sky Zone might be a corporate kind of job because they're at least nationwide. But I didn't get to last long there. But I do be trying to apply more like at local places. And well, McDonald's will not hire me. Wendy's will not hire me. Fake Walmart won't hire me. So all these hurdles and stuff, and people say, well, even at jobs that say that no skills are necessary or no experience necessary, you don't need skills or experience. But again, I cannot get a job. I cannot get a job because most jobs, they're saying that they want you with your own car, reliable transportation, and proof of insurance. And so another hurdle is my hypersensitive ears. But even the taxi driving jobs, they reject me. Or if they do hire me, they have a gang stalking set up to have the car break down and have me stranded, and then nobody want to help me, and then I'm forced to shell out money that I don't even have. I am so sorry. I don't know if they're cutting grass or something out there. That's another plane. But there was also sound like somebody cutting grass too. And it's like people change their beliefs about me. People who say that they're targeted, the moment a smear campaign or a lie is made about me, um, they turn, they turn away from me. And it's like if somebody try to say, well, Candy is a perp or Candy's fake. And it's like, well, you've been watching my videos consistently. What happened to you saying I like your videos and I binge watch all your videos? If I haven't changed with exposing my targeting every day, and then this fake TI perp with no content or no physical footage of themselves being followed and gang stalked, and all they do is, drive around in their car talking about how great God is, or they hide their face and make like they just reading Bible scriptures, and then they come around and perp me and smear campaign and lie after I said that they did something perp like towards me. And then they all decide that, well, Candy is a bad person. And then I've had actual perps lie and say that I'm demonic and stuff like, it's like the perps who act like they want to try to offer me deals to sell out. They're the ones try to call me demonic. And I try to get close to the Bible, and it's like I've been feeling so depressed lately. Um, and so, and then I have to hear the religious narc perps trying to tell me, or fake TI perps trying to tell me that, God wants you homeless on the streets as a way to, chastise you and stuff. And But then they'll try to make it like as if I don't belong to God, like as if I'm the child of the devil. But so I looked on Google the weather, and this Thursday I don't have anything to worry about because I'm gonna be here, the day after tomorrow. But I heard that super early Saturday morning, in which I have to be out of here by Friday if I don't have any help with, like, I'll say at least $400. The 365 to stay here and maybe a little bit of help to eat. Um, so early Saturday morning, I won't have anywhere that I can be if it's be pouring raining on me. Like Saturday morning, and I think Tuesday or Wednesday morning, it's supposed to rain overnight or in the middle of the night. Um, and I don't have. If I have to be back on the streets again, I won't have any shelter overhead. But yesterday on Twitter, I reached out to two organizations and try to ask them for any advice on or any help on what I can do about, my homeless situation. Because I know it would be hard for people to shell out, 400 a week to help me and stuff. But other TIs were doing the same thing back in 2019, you know. So I hate to have to be back on the streets. And I don't want them to cut me off, so bye.